defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott, living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow, with a blind who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul. So fly, I can walk in any spot, every be soaking. From a time when was stronger, today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever, before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming, I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real prop. Creep with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision while I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than my 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by now. I leave them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-train, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape inside leave the beat flame. It was
Head out about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Washington Commanders. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go in our nation's capital. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. So this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 13 yards there on a Washington first. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Daniels. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Noah Gray, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Hey, look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run That's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Off the play fake, Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Another Washington Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now they'll change things up.
Ready.
Daniels looking to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
Come on. 18, run. Cowboy 80.
Here's Daniels. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now it's second and 10.
Cowboy 80. Tag. 70 Timberwolf. Dragon 60. Ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Jaden Daniels, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Commanders will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Washington looking for another timeout, and they get it. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Here's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now a first carry here for their running back. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Jackson going to change things up a bit. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Go. Sit up.
He'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Hey, Alpha, sit up.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he gets him a little bit closer. Takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Hey, get up. Hey, report. Ready?
They'll send the tight end in motion. 3rd and goal, Jackson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Rams, go.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
Here we go. 60 by 6. 60 by 6. 60 by 6. Ready.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. He's across midfield. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? The scoreboard tells a story for them a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now a second and 2.
Now we change it.
Now it's Jackson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Now a first and 10 at the 11.
No, we changed it. Go ahead. You are X.
Jackson now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Look at the big man rumble. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
The last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with our avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. A dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
In motion comes the tight end left. Jackson from the shotgun. A short throw caught by Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as a tackle made up at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson going for the deep ball. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on him. But instead, led him too far, incomplete.
Second and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Jackson going to keep it. Well, he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw is Jackson. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now it's Jackson. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Here's Jackson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Ravens take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
First and 10 at the 11. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Jackson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a third and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
No, we changed it. Right shot. Right shot.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And Walker has it. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker. It's fourth down.
A gain of 16 brings up fourth down.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
13, you at X, you at X. Go ahead.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the Ravens get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They show great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first two quarters, they had two costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfect.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And the Washington first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Cowboy 80. 18 Redwood. Buffalo 18. '70 Timberwolves. Trap 60. Trap 60. Warriors 70. Riggs. Riggs.
Now Daniels. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
To the air goes Daniels. And that is incomplete. Out of coverage, a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Cougar 19. Ready.
To throw is Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
70 Timberwolves. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Daniels looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Come on. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Check. 19 Lion. Hey, check that. Street. Ready?
Daniels going to throw for it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
We change it. Middle. You are X. You.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Change it. Mix it up. Go ahead. Get hot. 180. 180. Nice hot.
Now Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
First down, here's Mitchell. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Second down and 4. Flowers going to go in motion right. Here's Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Operating from the gun. Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on 1st down. To throw again is Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
17-yard line.
Now Lamar changing the look.
Go.
Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Again, Jackson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 4 yards out. And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. Well, they'll try to run a reverse here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Their own 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just saved those calls for this possession instead.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Justin Jefferson with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And it will tie our game here in the third. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
6 yards to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Throwing is Jackson. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And Jackson throwing once more. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Commanders 35. To kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down at 7. Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Ready? Cavity Lions. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 19 lock, 19 tight, 19 tight. Hey, smash Bronco.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. That flag, that'll push him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And now an audible here into something else.
Panther Street, 18 Rodney. Ready?
Throwing now is Daniels. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
2nd down and 15.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's Daniels. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now this time he'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Washington.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
60 Eagles.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Cougar 19. Hawk 70. Warrior 70. 18. Pioneer. Buffalo 18. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
70 Lions.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mustang 19. 7 Pirates. Panther Street.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. And he is going to have a Commanders first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Down. Viking 18.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Here we go, shot. Ready,
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jaden Daniels keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 126 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's 1st down. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Now Lamar changing the play. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not. And the crowd a major factor now. Here's 3rd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Harvey, you gotta like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This from 52, and this for the win. And his kick is good. From 52 yards away, he gets it to go. And joy will reign in the Inner Harbor as the Ravens have won it. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Baltimore, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well.
Take that pain, pass it down like bottles on the wall. Mama said her dad's to blame, but that's his daddy's fault. Oh, there's no one left to call. You stay up counting down the days till you